What's going on, guys? Hope everybody's doing well. I know it's been a little while. Um, Life happens. I've been out of the country a few times this year. House projects, studying, just life in general. I mean, if it's not changing, there's something wrong. So, I haven't really been on the bike on the Ducati too much, but I did try to take it out. Let's see, a couple weeks ago, maybe for the first or second time since I've been back in the country. I was out in Italy for a little bit, visiting the family. But when I went to start it up, it was idling kind of funny, and it sounded odd. So I wanted to let it warm up, gave it a couple of test revs, and then the engine just cut completely. So I don't know if maybe the injectors are maybe a little bit dirty, needs an oil change, probably all of the above. But anyway, I figured I'd walk you through a quick oil change. I'm no expert. I watched a bunch of YouTube videos. That's about it. But yeah, so I'll kind of get into it, show you what I'm working with, and then we'll go from there. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started here. I got the bike jacked up. I let it run for a little bit just to get the oil kind of warm, so it could drain better. I believe it's a 10 mil for the plug here. After I jacked it up, I noticed there was a little bit of schmutz over here on the exhaust. I'm hoping that's not oil. Definitely looks like oil. I guess I gotta check my seals and make sure nothing's cracked or dying or... Oh, that's definitely not the oil plug. It's right here. But make sure nothing is dying. Change out the filter, and then we'll see what happens. Oh, also, yeah, it looks pretty disgusting. You can't even see the oil. For real? There's supposed to be a crush ring on there, but I don't see one. Maybe that's why it was torqued on so tight. Maybe it's still on there. I don't know. We'll see. So I'll let that drain. And a few people said to put plastic over the exhaust so it doesn't get all dirty, but what are you gonna do? It's dirty. Worry about that later. Almost forgot to say, oop, can't see what I'm doing here. I wanted to check the plug to make sure. This is a magnet, so I wanted to see if there were any metal shards on here. I don't see any. I'll clean it up some more and see. but at least that's a good sign. Yeah, so that was good. The oil was coming out a lot faster than it was draining. I don't know, we got some slope issues, some gravity issues, however that works, I don't know, but I saved it. Now we're gonna try to take off the oil filter. Hopefully it's not torqued on like that plug was. Holy smokes. That's not okay. Don't do that. The previous owner said they changed the oil right before I bought it. Not gonna tell you how long ago that was because that's not okay either. But I'm starting to wonder if that was true. I only maybe put on 1,000 miles tops since I bought it. Anyway, theoretically I should be able to take this off with my hand. Unless it's super dirty or slick, I don't know. Get a rag and see. That's not alright either. Why is it so dirty? Yeah. Why didn't I get my kickstand? Heat it up a little bit so I can get a better grip. I should probably get a wrench for this, but I don't have one. Hold please. Yo, I don't know what is going on here. Like, this should not be so hard, but it is filthy too. So, is it leaking oil as well? I don't know. There's like nothing to grab onto. Alright, so sometimes you can get away with rigging things. I tried to take... Alright, so I actually did find the old crush washer, or the old crush ring. It was stuck to the bottom side, so that's fine. Put a new one on. I bent it a little bit. It was taped to the top of the box, but I bent it, trying to pull it off, but it should work okay. While that's still dripping out of there, should be good enough, but I'll just put this back on. Maybe. I won't go crazy torquing it on there, but you know, I had to hit it with the hammer before because if I was gonna really torque on it with my hand, I would have knocked my bike off of the stand, and we don't want that. I think that should be about it. I got it tight, maybe like another quarter turn. That's about it. Alright, so finally we can put the filter back on. I got a new one from Mercedes Motorsports, and my oil as well. Only put the shell as it specifies on here. Yeah, hooked up by Mercedes. Just kidding, I paid for this. Nothing is free. Alright. Just in case you want to know. Oh, Let's get it to focus here. And again, this is my O2 Monster 620. So put a little bit of oil around the ring. Some people also like to, you know, I've heard somebody say put oil in here first, in the filter before you put it on. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna go that route. But yeah, just cleaned up my hands a little bit. Some things out of the way. A little bit dirty still. Just want to keep my hands dry so I can, once I have this on here, then I know I can give it a like a quarter turn hand tight, and that's really all you're gonna want, all you need according to the videos that I've seen. Now if it starts leaking or whatever, we go tighter. That's about it though. Next time I do this, I want to be able to just pull it off. So just put the oil in next, and grab the filter, and then we'll see. I think it takes, probably says it on here somewhere, 3.2 quarts maybe, I don't know. But we'll fill it up until we hit the midpoint of the line. Oh, could have been bad. Could have been bad. Stay. So just finishing up, I was adding the quarts. I think each one is 3.05 quarts. So as I was filling it up, I noticed it was filling up kind of fast. But I was kind of nervous because I had only put it in 2 bottles at that point. But what I did was start the bike, and as soon as you start the bike, you'll see it drop quick. So I would say you can be okay putting in 2 quarts to start out, and then depending on how much oil is left over in the system, I would just keep adding. I went through maybe, I don't know, maybe 5/8 of the third container, and it seems full here, but when the bike is running, it's just below the top full line. So I think that's okay. No drips, no leaks that I can tell. That was already there. And this on the bottom of the exhaust, I'm not going to touch it because it's hot. I already started the bike, let it run a little bit and cycle. That's kind of sheared off a bit, so I don't know who had this bike. Well, I know who had this bike before me, but there were many owners before the last person, so it's sheared off. Maybe I'll change that. Last thing I'll do, it seems to be running okay now. Like I said, it was kind of bogging down when I hit the throttle before. I'll add a little bit of, what's it called, seafoam to the gas tank. Just a little bit. I think they say maybe 2 ounces per gallon. I'll put just a little bit, maybe clear out some of the engine a little bit, and we should be in good shape. So I hope you learned something. If anything, you learned what not to do. You also learned you probably have to have the right tools, and that's about it. I wouldn't trust my instructional videos, but just for fun, keep following, check it out, thumbs up, whatever. Have a good one. Oh, here it is, by the way. So they say maybe 2 ounces per gallon. Like I said, I'll just put a little bit. Whoop, I missed. Maybe I was a little bit over 2 ounces, but it doesn't hurt.